Good people, Kai Storm in the building.
Damn, Rude, try not to be so fine next time, girl. Just turn it down a little bit.
Shit. Bitch. Turn up.
In the motherfucking building. Yes.
That, I know you all have this podcast, the Marijuana, Sex, and Motherhood, Sex, and Marijuana. I hope that you all are experiencing the most out of your sexual life as you can. Don't wait for somebody special. If you gotta fuck now, just fuck. Get that nut. Word. It makes you happier. You don't need love to have great sex. You just need to love yourself.
Talks about the judgment of
You're damn right my hard-working ass is going to buy another eighth.
You damn right. I need to smoke in order not to kill your ass.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Plus, my pum-pum gets extra wet when I'm high.
Yes!
Exclusive.
Let's get it. I need it.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. Who is you? For make me believe otherwise. You couldn't stop what God create. A greatness running on my blood. Hello?
So here come Ruby again. I'm keeping all of this part. This part right here getting kept. Fuck that.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, see now we back and now we in business. Now we in business. We in full fucking business. Yes. We're in the business. It was good, Queen. Oh man,
my
I feel
God.
like I ain't seen you in years, but Lord, I know it's only been a couple months, but I'm just saying though, how you doing?
Man, I'm going to get all comfortable here so I can get to talking. No, I was kidding. I'm feeling okay. I'm really excited to talk to you and to, work on our baby together. Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana.
In the motherfucking
building. Oh my goodness.
Indeed. Season 9, prime cloud time. I don't even know how I be coming up with these names, but I come up with something that just, that rolls off the tongue. And I'm just like, yo, because at the end of the day, our motherfucking show is cloudy. Why not? You know what I mean? And why not? You know what I'm saying? So shit. But Jazz Queen shit was the main thing I'm glad that we're able to do. Because first of all, we needed our time. We needed, extra time to, get ourselves together, relax, deal with the end of the school year with kids, you know what I'm saying? Just have our time. So yes, we didn't keep up with our 2-month schedule. Pish posh. Either way, when we drop, it's going to drop and it's going to be hot like it's always hot. So therefore, that's the part I'm looking forward to. You know what I'm saying? But yes, the conversation is definitely up. It has to start with, what we've been doing, basically. Well, not what we've been doing, but just like, how we've been, taking care of ourselves. Because I feel like during this time, we definitely took time to take care of ourselves, take care of, whatever, any situations that needed to be handled, you know what I'm saying? And we took our time. So how, what you did in order to take care of you in the time that we've been off?
It's been doing like a lot of back to basics. Like, for example, I went home to Samoa a couple months ago.
I know you had a good time because trust me, I know. And honestly, I saw that you was trying to go live a lot during while you was down there, but I felt like the internet was playing with you, and at the same time, I felt like things happen for a reason. So maybe it was the energies around you telling you stop recording, fuck these people, enjoy this shit.
Enjoy
But
this
yes, go
shit,
ahead,
and that's
girl.
what it
Tell us
was.
about that trip.
It's so amazing. Shout out to the people of American Samoa and my village there, Whangasā. My dad's from another part of Samoa, which is independent Western Samoa, in the village of Waimoso. So I didn't get to go there, but my mom pretty much has like family communal land, right? We have communal land out there. It's absolutely incredible. There's mountains, there's the ocean right there, there's plentiful organic food, and there's just a very simple, calm way of life, of being. In particular, oh my goodness, girl. And I was very impressed because like at a certain hour, a couple of hours every day, 6 p.m. and 9 p.m., this bell is rung within the villages, and people are to go to their properties or to their homes and have prayer.
Wow.
So it's very like, they take it very seriously. I wouldn't have come if I had my kids out there, I wouldn't have come back. So it was one of those where it was really healing for me, particularly with, having lost my family out here in a way, you know what I mean? And the disbandment of that, it just really, let's just say it was so much more than I had bargained for. I cannot wait until I'm able to go back, and be set, Also, I got some D while I was out there. I'm just gonna say it.
I mean, you guys, shit, you covered all bases, baby. You covered all bases. We gotta talk about it. Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh, I've been so reserved when it comes to like my love life, when it comes to like the exciting things that's been happening in my life. For one, I've never been too much of a bragger. It's more like we the shit. It's not like I'm the shit. I just kind of know that, But let's just say that what I felt, first of all, that movie, how Stella got her groove back?
Yes,
Yeah, it was
totally.
something like that. Now,
Nice.
is somebody trying to get married? No. But was somebody huffing and puffing on a really nice body out there? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And
shit, yes, we encourage that behavior around here. We encourage that behavior around here. Okay.
I'm like, what broken heart? What? You mad about what? What you mad at, bitch?
Like, you ain't mad at nothing. You living your life. You getting that nut. It is what it is. Listen,
oh my goodness.
What happened? I said I'm living my life. I'm getting that nut. What happened? Ooh,
and then this motherfucker is like younger than me. Substantially younger.
Oh no, I figured that based on the fact that you made the movie reference. I figured that he was younger. Oh, trust and believe. I automatically assumed he was younger.
Legal, yes, because we don't do that around here.
Oh no, we don't do children. Yeah. No, but
no.
At least, but but younger is because come on now, because you know what I'm saying, we do because we are in our 30s. I mean, shit,
I'm in my 40s, baby.
I'm about to say, wait a minute, because we just had a birthday. How old did we turn when we turned?
42.
When we got our birthday?
42.
Ooh, we 42.
The 4 to the 2.
Okay, and, so we 42. So as long as that boy was up, was 21 and above, it's all good.
Oh yeah, he's at 28. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Okay, see, there you go. 28 is very, very experienced, close to the legals and the experiences
but
of
young
experience.
Enough to, like,
You know
But
what I mean?
yeah, young enough to
Young
know,
enough
yeah,
to
this
say
ain't
that
nothing serious.
he could go to the club, that he be
Yeah.
going to the club, and he'll do things like go to, you know what I'm saying, Hot 97 Summer Jam and shit like that. While we don't give a fuck about Summer Jam. Fuck them motherfuckers.
But you know, he lost in rounds. You know what I mean? He got that energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's old enough to where it's like, yeah, no one's, and it's young enough, like I said, to know that this ain't, you know, gonna last too long, but it's okay because I'm only here for a short time and a fun time at this moment.
At the and that's all we was asking for, and that's what we got. You damn right.
You know, my love life has been very complex in a sense, nothing bad, but it just comes to realize that it is a good thing that I'm actually single. I'm single but not lonely.
Yes.
You know? I really shout out to you for holding us down. Wait. Shout out to Kai Storm for holding us down again. You know, we were going through, you know, life is life, and you know, we got shit to do, but there was a very brief moment that I thought I was not coming back to do this. It's I don't know. I don't know why I felt compelled to say this, but it's nothing problematic between my queen and I. It was just a personal matter. And so I'm just glad that we have this opportunity to come back to communicate, to talk our shit, to be wild and crazy and free. What else can I share with you guys though?
I mean, to be not to cut you
No.
off, but on some real keeping it 1,000 with people. Listen here, we ain't got to tell you our business, but at the end of the day, the name of the game is that we there was a situation, we looked at it, and we decided to take the road of fuck it, life is life, and we gonna life it. We
Yeah.
gonna life is life in it. We gonna life it. That's it. We moving on. We moving forward,
Yes,
and we going to exercise our right to be free, because motherfuckers is free. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. And the name of the game is to that God protects His children. God sees. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what I'm saying, as mothers, as I mean, you know, even though you know you're doing it on your own, I got a husband. At the end of the day, it's still we're the heads of the household, and the heads of the household need to be blessed continuously based on the fact that they go out there and work hard every day to not only keep themselves but keep their children. You know what I'm saying? We give on a regular basis. We give that when it comes to the household and it comes to the children, we will do what needs to be done. So and based on that blessing alone is what keeps our aura positive. And you know what I'm saying, if anybody fucks with us, you know what I'm saying, there's always somebody there to say leave them people alone, back the fuck up. You shouldn't be fucking with these people in the first place. So go ahead about yourself, find somebody else to fuck with. You know what I mean? The devil busy, yeah, devil busy, but no, God's children are always blessed, baby. So know that.
Part. And
know that.
also, I love your bling. I love your new jewelry. Oh my goodness, it is beautiful.
Not for nothing. I literally, you know what I'm saying? I started because first of all, I've always been a chick that wanted, you know, a couple of different chains, but at the same time, I ain't the girly that couldn't step into these jewelry stores that like how I used to be able to do back in the days. Back in the day, you could step into a jewelry store and, you know, put a little money on a piece of chain, but now they trying to ask you for millions for $10 for 10 karat gold, and you looking at them like, nah, bitch. There's a lot of black jewelry makers that are, you know, that have, you know, jewelry that lasts and it looks really nice, and you know what I'm saying, and you ain't spending a whole bunch of money on it. And I've been bumping into people like this by doing the pop-up shops with EENY. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying, hanging out with them. And shout out to them queens. And
Mm.
so, hanging out with them, they doing pop-ups amongst other Black businesses that are doing pop-ups. So I've been supporting them because I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, I damn sure want people to buy Black. I damn sure want to encourage buying Black and shit, and wearing jewelry by Black jewelry makers, and it's not killing my pockets. Win, win, win. You know what
And
I'm
I mean the
saying?
nose ring too. I like the
No,
nose ring.
this right, and this is literally a clip on. When I tell you,
Oh,
yeah, because girl, I don't want no holes in my nose. I know, you know what I'm saying. I know you told me to stop being a punk and just go ahead and do it, but I was just like, nah, I still can't actually put a hole in my own nose. So when I tell you, I've been trying to get just something just like this, and literally, I went to the mall yesterday and went into Claire's because I don't know what Claire's is doing but Claire's is must be moving out of New York City, but they only have a few stores, and happened to see this and was like, yes, that's exactly what I want. And I literally asked the girl, I was like, that's for girls that don't have the holes in the nose, right? She was like, yeah, that's for you. I was like, yes, let me buy that right now. Let me buy that right
that's right. It looks cute.
Because I was like, yeah, this looks cute. And it makes me, and it definitely does not, it gives the aesthetic without the hole. And that's what I want. The aesthetic without the hole. Like, I got enough holes. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? They all taken care of, all of them.
Mm.
Yeah.
Speaking of holes, man, I need to get my holes drilled into real soon because it's been a minute. I'm just trying to get like business done, like in terms of like family business, personal business.
Exactly. Priorities, queen.
You know,
Priorities.
yeah. Comedy has been wonderful. Making
Nice.
music has been wonderful, and then performing.
That's what's up.
Girl, I cannot believe that people want me to perform at their shows.
That's what's up. Nah, but I don't even know what you mean that you can't believe. Girl, you good. You actually good.
That.
And again, I told you before, your whole look throws motherfuckers off because you look like you would go up on stage and be like, hi, how you doing? All right.
I'm here
And
for
then
the
as
book
soon as the
club.
bars come out, motherfuckers is like, where the fuck did that bitch come from?
Or I'm here
Because
to
that
pick up
bitch
my
wasn't on
kids.
stage just now.
Oh, Queen, how beautiful. I can't wait to get to New York. That's for damn sure.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
pick up where, how was the convention? What was your takeaway from the convention this year?
Now, I'm gonna tell you like this. Because I even got a chance to say it to I can't remember her name. Is it Stephanie or Christine? The chick that runs it.
I forgot. I don't know.
Me too, child. And then the clouds is clouding right now. But I got to
Ain't
I
it
got
Michelle?
I forgot. I don't remember, but it's two of them actually, right? Because they're a married couple. But the one I bumped into was the shorter one. Either way, I actually said it to her because I was like, yo, I walked around the place. First of all, my whole intention, because it being that it was going to be on a Wednesday and a Thursday, I couldn't go on the Thursday because Thursday the kids had no school there but a goddess had a school trip. So, I, you know what I'm saying? I had to, Anaya was with me. So therefore, I couldn't take her down there. So I was like, okay, Wednesday, I'm just doing, leave work early on Wednesday and go down there. And I told myself I was going to be down there all day. You know what I'm saying? Got down there, and the first thing I noticed was the lack of, businesses that had booths. Like there were a lot of empty booths, and the amount of booths that were there wasn't as substantial as previous years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like before you would see, you remember it, like there was a lot of activity going on. This year, it definitely wasn't like that. The activity was very minimal. And for the most part, most of the companies that were there, like before, I remember having like a lot of mom and pop and small businesses there. But this year it was like maybe one or two of them. You know what I mean? And
really, wow.
Yeah, and everybody else was big companies, and for the most part, the main companies that were there were like insurance companies and people that provide lighting. Of course, Snail Papers was there. You know, they apparently they decided to break out this big ass rolling paper. I mean, the shit was like this long. It's mad long and shit, and they was like giving those out. You know what I mean? And of course, you know, Canna Diva and you know the normal people that we usually see there were there and whatnot. But you know, and apparently in the morning time, I missed Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg must have did a conversation, and so I didn't get to see that because I didn't get there till after 12. But for the most
fact
part,
that you was able to go, period.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But for the most part, it wasn't. It definitely had less representation, less marijuana representation there. Definitely.
Interesting.
And you know what I'm saying? And because I bumped into her as I was walking out, because literally I was, like I said, I expected to spend the rest of the day there, but by 3 o'clock, I was like, I'm ready to go. I done seen everything twice, 3 times. I'm ready to go. And and literally as I'm leaving, she was standing at the door talking to people, and then she happened to remember us and whatnot. So she was like, "Oh, motherhood, sex, marijuana." I know. I was like, "Yeah, well, how you doing?" And then she asked me, like, you know, I was like, "Yo, how you think of it? How you think of the expo this year?" I was like, "It's less people here, yo." And she looked at me like, "You really? I think it's about the same." I was like, "Nah, there's definitely less people here. Definitely less, you know, people with booths. It's definitely less. Like there's a lot less going on here. I know based on this is what, like our 3rd or 4th year being there. Come on, this is less. This is definitely less. And matter of fact, because me and her took a picture together, I posted it on LinkedIn. I actually wrote that I shared that, you know, there's less motherfuckers here. And Kim B, I don't know if you remember her, but you know what I'm saying, she's one of the main people that work with them. She jumped in and she was like, "Well, we had like at least 5,000 people for the first day of the Javits Center." And I was like, "Yeah, you might have had 5,000 people there, but again, it still was less people than before. Like I'm not, like I said what the fuck I said. Like
Right.
you jumping in the comment to say, and then of course, what's her name didn't even respond to my comment. She responded to Kim B and was like, "Oh, you know, you were a great host. You talked to this person and that person and da 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 da." And I was just like, you know, it is what it is, but that's my motherfucking opinion. It's less motherfuckers here. It's less vendors here. It's less people here. And I wasn't the only one that said it too. Like I bumped into Charmazing. Remember Charmazing? We had her on the show. Either way, clouds.
Okay, my bad.
But either way, so even she said it. She was like, "Yo, it's less motherfuckers here." Like I bumped into a couple of people that said there's definitely less representation here, and I was so it wasn't like I was the only one that was saying it. You know what I mean? It was people walking around saying the same shit. So.
See, and so I was curious to know if they were open to feedback. So if you're asking people their opinion about it, are you open to feedback, and are you open to considering something that you maybe had not considered before? So I did notice their rising prices. Now, rising prices is one thing, but what do you get for that inflation? You know, inflation is everywhere, but still, like, what added value? The fact that you have celebrity speakers, that's amazing. But if you're focusing on cannabis meaning business and giving people the opportunity to network, it's like you need to really ask yourselves if that's continuing to happen. And so I
Exactly.
didn't even go to the thing, and I even got a sense of maybe it wasn't as populated as it was before in previous years. And like I said, the main thing I noticed, and probably a reason why I didn't buy a ticket, is because the ticket prices are crazy.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
and again, you know, maybe they're not to somebody who owns like 5 dispensaries. You know what I mean? But it's like, what are
Which,
you looking to accomplish? And are you truly looking to connect people?
you know, exactly. And because which had me, but which is why I was like, when I saw empty booths, because there was certain booths that had, you know, company names there, but nobody was there. And it's like, okay, you know, this is a 2-day event. So if you didn't show up for the first day, what you gonna do? Show up for the second day? And if so, you paid for both days. What the fuck? And me and you know that them booths is ridiculously priced,
Yeah.
and those booths go up every year. So and so for a company to have the funds to pay for a booth and not show up is like, oh, okay, you got it like that, obviously, but why not show up? You know what I mean? But it so and even but and at the same time, as the convention runner, you must say to yourself that yo, are you going to say to yourself, oh, more money for me when the person don't show up? Or do you actually look at the scheme and say, you know, it does look like less motherfucker? I mean, I might have fluffed it up, because that's what it looked like to me. The place looked fluffed up, like it wasn't less people. But anybody that has been to that convention more than once would have noticed, just like me, there was less of everything there. It
Mm.
was definitely less. You know what I
You
mean?
know, that's
And if you
crazy.
don't want to admit that in public, I get it. You know what I mean? Because I'm outside of your, you know, outside of your circle. So of course you're not going to admit that in public. But at the same time, you could have said yes. It's not like I would have told anybody. But then again, I would have discussed it on the podcast. What the hell am I saying? I damn sure would have snitched on you on the podcast. Oh, girl, stop playing with me. I would have most certainly told. But at the same time, it don't hurt to be truthful though, because
Right.
I see it. I've experienced. I remember all the way from the first time I was there to now. Like last year was way, even last year had way more vendors, more people, more everything going on than this year.
Hmm.
That's the
Okay.
truth. You
It's
know?
there's always something to learn and implement. I think it would be so amazing eventually to have our um have a collaboration with other people to organize a conference. I don't think it's
Mhm.
impossible of a feat. I just think it just requires a lot of other entities, you know, or just like
Definitely.
mega funding, you know.
Oh, most certainly.
But okay, Queen. Um
Oh, most certainly.
is there anything that you any freaky, sexy, freaky things that you'd like to discuss over here? Doesn't have to be
Child,
you doing them.
child, Lord, no. I mean, shit. The most that's going on around here is we literally just getting ready for the summer as far as the kids are concerned. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
this year is going to be a little different. Usually I have Anaya in the summer rising program, and that's a half camp, half school program. She
Mm,
was doing it for 3 years. This year, apparently, they skipped her name completely. So I had to find other means, and the other means was the Boys and Girls Club. So
okay.
it's a little bit of a travel distance from the house, but you know what I mean. It's got to be it's she got to go somewhere for the summer, plain and simple. You know what I
Okay.
mean. A goddess will be working soon, doing her summer job. That's that's basically the update for her.
That's right.
And shoot, and literally the next thing I'm looking forward to is my birthday, because me and husband doing something special for my birthday. So literally, that's what I'm talking about. That's the main thing. That's in my mind. Shit. If anything, that's where the freaky shit gonna be happening, girl. I'm gonna keep it real with you. That's where, because girl, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? And if I want to talk about it on the podcast, but then again, because I don't want him to be all upset, so I have to pretend like I'm talking about somebody else or something. I don't know. Make up some shit so he could be derailed of the story. I don't know. Some shit. I don't know. Oh no, but child, other than we in New York, and we basically see Mother Nature been playing. Let me tell you about New York and how Mother Nature been playing, because you've been in New York during the summertime, so you know how hot it get out here. And baby, we've been going from extra hot to damn near cold, damn near you want to put on a sweater. And it's like, girl, make up your mind. What is it? Do you need some dick? Like, or somebody not squeezing your titties right? Why is it that you keep playing with us? Like, it's June. It's already and damn near end of June. We supposed to be extra hot by now. Like, what are you doing, girl? What are you doing?
Hilarious.
So that's the main shit. That's one of the main things pissing me off. Other than that, but girl, I know I am glad to see your face.
I'm glad to see
be
yours.
on the podcast, and glad to be doing this again. Because first of all, the bottom line is we got to keep this going. We damn sure gotta keep this going. This is beneficial, and and I don't know if you saw that post I had made on our Instagram, where literally I was at a pop up with EENY, and literally there was a girl. She's looking at the glasses, and then when I walk up to her to tell her about the glasses, and also let her know that my book is sitting there, she looked at me. She was like, "Hold on. Motherhood sex, man." I was like,
They word.
we getting recognized in the street. We getting recognized in the street. That's right. I was like, yes, girl. Tell your friend.
That's right.
Tell a friend. We need subscribers. Let's go. We getting ready to get back to season 9. And yes. And of course, I am excited to talk to my girl Kayla. Shout out to Kayla, because she is like one of our biggest supporters, and she was telling me in the DM that she got some kind of funds for some sort of community generator. I'm assuming she might be able to use it to not only to grow vegetables in the community, of course, because I know that's the kind of thing she into, but I'm sure she gonna be trying to grow some weed, or else we gonna give her the advice like, girl, what's up? We ain't growing no plants down there yet, girl. We gotta be
the
growing
perfect
something.
weather, it sound like.
Oh no, Panama definitely got the weather to grow shit. Absolutely. So, but it kind of sounds like she's doing something for the community, which, I'm hoping that, based on how much we know about her story, that, things are, going better for her. She's, and she's, getting the support that she needs as far as her, her kid, and, what I'm saying, and the ex-husband, however, what I mean. I'm hoping that we hear that things are on the way up for her, what I'm saying, because what I mean, I could definitely say that we care about this girl, and we want to make sure that she's always good, what I mean. So getting to talk to her is going to be a joy. And of course, I've been telling people, yes, we gonna get back in business. So if you want to get on the show, to hit us up. But you already know that me and you could get down on a weekly basis and do this by our motherfucking selves. Like, what? Need
and
who?
That our song should be mastered soon. They're still working on it. They just had lots of projects. But I really like how they do things, because they're like perfectionists.
Nice.
So by the time we get that song back, it's going to be really crisp and sounding like, hopefully, that we were all there in the studio together. And
Oh,
for those that don't know what we're talking about, we had a new theme song coming. It's just, you know, the ins and outs of production and of getting something that you want a certain way. You know what I mean? And so,
exactly.
yeah, it's
Exactly.
Audrey.
Exactly.
Um,
And that's the
and I just,
beautiful thing is that, I mean, and we still, because I mean, I look at it as it's not off, it's just on hold. You know what I'm saying? We
yeah,
still got to do a video for the song. You know what I'm saying? We still
right.
got to do another New York show. You know what I mean? It's all about, you know, things are on hold because, again, we got lives, we got kids, we, you know what I'm saying, we had time to relax, we had time to do things and get things in order and shit. So you know what I mean. And the best shows are the shows that where both of us are in our relaxed and best selves. Real talk. Real
Period.
talk. Real fucking talk.
Speaking of period, I haven't had one in a long time, not because I'm pregnant, but I don't know if it's just the irregularness going on. I don't know if it's perimenopause, girl. I don't know.
Girl,
But
it could be that because I
okay.
mean, I think that's how I believe. I mean, shit, the clouds be clouding, girl. But I believe that's how it started for me. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because you know what I mean. I would miss a period here and there, and then you know what I'm saying. And then it was like months before the next one came, and then the hot flashes was literally. I mean, for me the hot flashes was the worst part of it all. I mean, now I don't get hot flashes like that because I take the pills that my doctor gave me are the motherfuckers is working like a motherfucker, so I don't even get hot flashes no more. But child, that's the worst part of the whole shit. Like the fuck, just being hot for no fucking reason, just standing there sweating. The fuck.
And then the mood swings, I'm sure. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, I guess. I mean, shit. I don't even notice them though, cause fuck that. That shit is just normal me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, fuck out of here. I'm cool. I could be smiling and cool, and then as soon as you piss me off, I'm going at your throat real quick. Like, didn't I fucking talk to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And so I feel like I don't even notice the mood swings, but no, the hot flashes. I was like, nah, this can't be life. The hot flashes was the real part that had me like, this can't be life. Like, because
Mm.
at nighttime it would be like dead ass. I'm fucking up, awake, and sweating. Everybody sleep. Everybody sleep under covers and I'm up and sweating and I can't go back to sleep until the heat turns down. What?
Mm.
Nah, nah. And as soon as I started taking them pills, and of course, yes, I pharmaceuticals. You're right. I shouldn't even be fucking with pharmaceuticals, but you understand that I tried everything else and nothing else was working. And this shit is the first shit that actually works. So
Okay.
now at nighttime, when what happens? I wake up in the morning and I'm a little sweaty, but guess what? I slept through the whole fucking night. I ain't wake up because I was high. I ain't stay awake because I was high. I literally woke up the next morning and was like, oh, I'm a little sweaty. All right. I had a good night's sleep though. It's all good.
That's
Let's
right.
go.
Well
Okay.
rested. You know,
Shit.
I be
Nah.
hot when I'm sleeping. I'm a sweater, period. So, you know, the body does amazing things. It also does things that, you know, we're like scratching our heads, like, why the fuck? What's going on? But, you know, it's all in, you know, nature's timing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to shout out anybody who's been rocking with motherhood, sex, marijuana, and just saying thank you
Word.
for your continued support, for peeping us
Word.
out, for like the likes and all of the views. And, you know, any view is important, you know, and
Exactly.
we just like really appreciate you guys so much. We cannot wait to tour, like be there in the flesh. Why the fuck
Mm-hmm.
not?
Mm-hmm.
Um, we can't wait to either, you know, even do some of the crazy shit that we've mentioned before, like the masturbate-a-thon, you know, that will eventually come, you know. I will never forget it. I will never give up on my dreams.
No, she's no. If you are a very genuine supporter of motherhood, sex, marijuana, you know for a fact that she not gonna give up on that one. Nah, she not letting that one
No,
go. Nah,
baby.
she not letting that one go. She like, nah, it's gotta happen at some point in my life. It's gotta happen. I'm gonna see
Absolutely.
it through. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you know what? I'm a co-sign it just because she dead ass has been saying it. I mean, we in season 9. We in season 9. So if you've been watching, you know she been saying it since season 1. Like since
It's so
season
true.
1. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
just know that it's that she is dead ass serious. That's all. Dead
Oh my
ass serious. You
goodness.
know what I mean? Don't
And
don't hit us.
I'm
Don't hit the
still
DM with that if you're trying to respond to it though. Make sure you talk to her directly. Don't because again, motherhood, sex, marijuana's DM is not about that fuck shit. Chill out. Okay, chill out.
yeah, exactly. And then I love that in season 8 we talked to a bunch of people that I had already like been intimate with. And so but it's so funny that we never disclosed that. There was like no need to disclose that. I think a couple of them like alluded to the fact of, but it just goes to show I can be professional. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Yeah.
hey, listen. The fact that they came on the show means that they love you, and we love anybody that love you. Shit. You know what I'm saying? As
And
long as
you as
you ain't
well.
coming through here with no hate or no fuck shit, we cool. We cool. You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying?
Queen.
You know what I mean? And we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
Man. And I appreciate
Absolutely.
you for holding us together for real. Um, you guys, if anybody is like new to Marylandhood Sex Marijuana, Kai is really the glue here. And without her, this thing would have been like fizzled out a long time ago. So I just thank you, Queen, for being just
Man,
like a
listen.
solid person always.
Man, shoot. And then I gotta turn around and thank you for coming up with the idea in the first place. Because real talk, for coming up with the idea, for talking to me at D'Angelo's party, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
All of that.
D'Angelo and
Shout
Reed.
out to D'Angelo, you know what I'm saying? For real. Like
Man.
all of that. You know what I mean? That's how we got here to this point today. You know what I mean? And the name of the game is that we're gonna keep this going. And shit, it
Yep.
just we gonna keep this going. And we got people out here watching us and they love our shit. So why not keep this going?
Why not keep it going? Oh,
Why
and
not?
another thing is, I'm also seeking a steady, I would say a steady therapist currently. There's been a lot of like grief. I've just been going through a lot of grief, you know what I
I
mean?
feel
And
you.
although I'm happy and everything is on the up and up for real,
Hmm.
it's always that bit of like a lot of like for instance, even with past relationships, I haven't processed some shit about it. And
Right.
I realized that it's taken a toll on certain things in my life. Nothing
Mm,
destructive, but enough to where if you're conscious of yourself, you're gonna know. And so there was just this period of time very recently where I was just really sad. Like it was like
mm.
Eeyore from like Winnie the Pooh, just like there was this dark cloud. And that's not me. That
Right.
that if I'm ever walking around like that, something's fucked up. So
Word.
it's just like I really do want to seek some mental health or some mental help, yeah, for my mental health. And I just
Kai Storm in the building. Motherhood Sex Marijuana. Rolling Papers in the building. Motherhood Sex Marijuana. Merch in the building. If you're here, we thank you and we most certainly appreciate you. But we want you to spread the word, tell a friend, subscribe, make sure and get yourself some rolling papers. And of course, if you want to sponsor an episode, if you want to be on an episode, if you have products you want to show us that we want to show the people, come through. You feel me? Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana, rolling papers, merch, YouTube, subscribe, fight all the algorithms and let us get in. Yeah?
encourage anybody who is like thinking that they shouldn't or that they have the answers to all their problems. Like, I can guarantee that you don't. And at this point, I'll do whatever it takes to get better. Like, especially for my
Word.
children, especially for my future spouse, you know, and for myself ultimately. But I just want to thank everybody who really rocks with us and who watches us. I think it's pretty great. And then come on
Word.
in and let's talk. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Now, let me ask you some follow-up questions about what you just said.
Okay.
Now, 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 as far as seeing a therapist, are you seeking to like look for somebody online, or you just gonna to, like visit a couple people and then pick one or whatever? Because
Yeah.
I feel like this. You know what I'm saying? You you can't even though we all do it when what I'm saying, when we get like a health plan or whatever, and you just scroll through a book of whatever doctor, dentist, eye doctors, and you just pick one that's closest to you, or you just however you do it, you know what I'm saying. But most of us just do it like that, where we just scroll through a book and pick one, you know what I'm saying. And it's like with a therapist, I figure it's somebody like that. You gotta, it's gotta be a vibe. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you and that person got a vibe. You know what I mean? It can't
Right.
be something. It can't be just something that you forcing just because it then it. I feel like that conversation, those conversations won't be productive. And depending on how much, however you paying for it, whether you got insurance or you paying out of pocket, I mean, I figure either way you want something of value, you know what I mean? So
Oh yeah.
how exactly was you gonna go around, go about, picking somebody?
So you heard of speed dating?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of
Of
course.
course. Of course you have. So whatever the insurance that's equivalent to state insurance for poor people will cover
Mhm, mhm,
is
mhm.
where I'm gonna go through. I'm be like, I need that. I need to find out who's covered by my plan. And then I'm
Right.
gonna date these motherfuckers in a speed date to see which one I vibe with. Because you're right. I'm not gonna just spill my guts to somebody that I feel that they're just like watching the clock, or it's like they couldn't be bothered with my shit, or I'm just a number.
Word. Or
So
it
if
could
I
be a
can vibe
fucking
with a
closeted
human,
racist and
yeah,
just be sitting there judging you on some fuck shit. You
I'm
know what I
gonna need
mean?
the vibe. I'm gonna need somebody. If you're part of my wellness team, I'm gonna need to
Mm,
know that it don't even matter if I'm paying you, because someone is. You feel me? And we'll
word.
be able, because we're vibey motherfuckers. And that's a great question. And I urge anybody who doesn't know and who does have limited insurance just to do that. That's simple enough to do. Everybody got some insurance under
Word.
the Obamacare, or whatever it's called now, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But you know what? I think I think it's important to just be honest about shit. Like, I think it's also cool to, give all this amazing, highlights of our lives, and, share wonderful things, sure. But it's like shit is not always sweet. And sometimes,
Keeping it real. You got it.
yeah,
Keeping it real is part of
yeah,
our foundation
yeah,
and of this show. And the
yeah,
bottom line is that's what draws people to what that's what our audience is drawn to us, because we what I'm saying, we talk about real fucking life, you know what I'm saying. Yes, we're pothead moms, but we damn sure protect the fuck out of everything we doing, and we work hard, and you know what I'm saying, sometimes shit don't go our way, sometimes shit is difficult, and in this day and age, while what I'm saying, while Taco in the White House is trying to burn down the fucking world, yeah, you might be in a situation where you need to fucking talk to somebody. Never
right,
mind the fact that all the other factors of life, social media, and just your you know what I'm saying, the the force to make yourself look away, you know what I'm saying, because you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to represent that you know you are less than, so you know, so you might, you know, go to, you know, different levels to represent yourself in front of certain people, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, you gotta, you know, you gotta be a certain way at somebody's plantation, you got, you know what I mean, you can only be, you know, yourself amongst your family and friends, and that's if, then that depends on what kind of family and friends you have,
There
because
you
you know what
go.
I'm saying, let's be honest, it's LGBTQ month, there's, you know what I'm saying, there's still people in this day that probably have to still hide that they're gay or whatever in front of certain family members based on family beliefs. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean, like it could be a whole lot of shit going on
Totally. Yeah.
that you know what I'm saying, that you need to talk to somebody. I mean, let's be real. If you look at like you know, our social media and shit, where you know people are telling, you know, stories and story times about, you know, shit going on in their lives, that's their form of therapy, that's their form of, you know, getting whatever the fuck out. And sometimes you hear some people going through some shit, and it's like, what the fuck? But and yeah, they you know what I'm saying, yeah, it makes sense for them to also be telling somebody, a professional person. But again, that all that shows is that all of us need a level of therapy. All of us
Yeah.
fucking
I
need
mean,
a level of therapy.
yeah, we could definitely use some healing in various ways. And then it's also like there's, I guess the issue that I'm trying to experience is having dealt with so much loss and so much trauma
Hmm.
in a very short time. It's like
Right,
these little clumps of when there's just like shit is fucking world war. And then
right.
these other like little battles here and there, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that's fucking life, but we all react differently. Some
Word.
people are have no problem in finding easy ways to cope. Other people need don't say shit and they bottle it inside. Other people
Mhm.
mask. And so I found that just out of my research that I'm a person that masks a lot. If I'm in a room, I'm in room A and it's a certain type of vibe, I'm going to follow suit in a way. I'm still going to be
Mhm.
myself, but I'm going to know how to act in that area.
Right.
Now, you would think that that's a positive thing. Yeah, it's a positive thing until you're doing it to the point of you're not ever really being
Mm.
authentic. It's always
Right.
based
You
on
never.
what other motherfuckers is feeling. What's the temperature? What's the temperament of this person, that person?
Word. You
And
never
those are
dealing with you. You
concerning.
dealing with people. You dealing with other people's shit rather than your own shit.
Exactly. And then what happens is when this snowballs to the point of where I'm not handling real issues within my life, I just need somebody to help me with clinical terms to where I know how to make more sense of it and
Word.
target it easier to where it makes sense for myself. And
Hmm.
because I don't, and because I'm an emotional person, obviously about my own shit, I don't want to be too emotional to not be able to heal properly, right?
Hmm.
So, anywho, I'm gonna definitely be sharing that if I find a really good match. I'm gonna be sharing with you guys kind of like how it's helping me in terms
Word.
of like my feeling about it. I'm not obviously
Hmm.
not gonna be telling you the private shit, right? Can't do
Of
that
course
on
not.
here.
And then, because that ain't none of their motherfucking business.
I
No.
mean, I just don't want to
But
incriminate. I'm like, you know what I
but
mean? I'm cool.
but
What the fuck you
sharing the
talking?
journey is definitely important to, you know what I'm saying, to encourage people that, you know, still probably feel like, nah, I don't want to do all that. Like, no, listen, let's keep it real. Everything we do is some level of therapy. Like, for like, you know what I'm saying? Because even smoking, for me, that shit is therapy. It
Yeah.
gives me a space to calm down and deal with whatever needs to be dealt with. You know what I'm saying? Move the pieces that need to be moved. You know what I'm saying? Remember shit that need to be remembered. Like, everybody has a level of therapy in their life. So to So if you think of it like that, and then you add a professional to it, it ain't really that much difference. Like, let's, you know what I mean? You won't feel too much, self-conscious about it, because again, you already practicing therapy in your regular life.
Yeah, knowing yourself, knowing what healing mechanisms or coping mechanisms work. And then also it's like, I don't know. I think it's exciting to find out these new things about me, and it's almost like
Mm,
getting to know that inner child who I've been helping to raise this whole time, you know?
right.
And so it's just a lot, you know. Personal research is good, but there's so many questions that I still have, you know.
Mhm.
And I think that this helps because it's points where it's times when I don't really have the answers to things, and all I can do is pray or use some drugas, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to like alter my state of being. It's just a constant thing, and I just don't want to do that shit no more, if that makes
Nah,
sense. Yeah.
nah, it definitely, you know, taking accountability for yourself, your actions is the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
And even on the road as you doing that, be kind to yourself. Definitely be kind to yourself. Definitely, you know what I'm saying? Don't jump, don't be quick to jump on yourself when you misstep, because fuck it. You human. Missteps is part of the fucking game.
True. Thank you for
So
that. Yeah, I am
what?
very hard on myself. And
No, we all hard on ourselves, Queen. Trust me. You know what I'm
true.
saying? Yeah, I'm not gonna mention the personal situation that I last discussed with you
Right.
about, but you know what I mean. I was very hard on myself throughout the whole situation, because I immediately felt like there was something that I missed. And then when I really, looked at all the pieces on the table, I realized that no, I had all the winning pieces right here. It
That's
was
right.
just, it was just, what I'm saying, me, getting, somebody trying to, scare me into being nervous. And it's like you ain't gonna, like, once you realize you winning, the fuck, you ain't nothing to be nervous about. Ain't
Right.
nothing to be nervous about, and ain't nothing to be hard on yourself about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did everything you had to do, but it was just a petty motherfucker that decided to throw a rock in your shit, and you tripped. You tripped. But get the fuck, you got back the
Get
fuck up
back up.
quick fast, and
That's
that's the
right.
name of the game. Is get the fuck up quick fast, and know that no matter what, giving up is not an option. Winning is
The
the
only one,
only end
baby.
result, motherfucker. The
That's right.
only end result. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
amazing. And that's a
So,
beautiful note too,
so,
you
so
know.
real talk. It is so real talk. In your journey to know yourself and better yourself, that the main thing you got to remember is be kind to yourself. Do not be hard on yourself for missteps. You know what I'm saying? Just
No.
take accountability, learn, and let go.
And let go and get on the
Word.
right path.
And get on the right
That
path.
path. That part.
Word.
Thank you
You know
so
what I
much for
mean?
that wisdom. I love
Of
that.
course. Of course, Queen. We here for each other. That's it. We here for each
Come
other, and
on.
we here for the audience. You know what I'm saying?
Come
You know what
on.
I mean? We here. You know what I mean? Damn straight.
Mhm.
Right. You know what I mean? And shit. And I mean, I don't know about you, but shit, I think that'll do it.
That's actually a wonderful way
I
to end
think
this
that'll do
beautiful
it. You know what
session.
I'm saying? But the one thing I want to do, one thing before you leave. Hey, Anaya, goddess, get over here. Now, 'cause oh, she sleep. All right, well, don't wake her up. Don't wake her up. You come over here.
I
Come
like
over
the
here.
nails. Hi,
Tell,
sweetheart.
say
What's up,
happy birthday to
beautiful?
Ruby.
Happy birthday, Ruby.
Thank you, sweetheart. You look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes. What a beautiful gift. And girl, you know I love you.
Mm-hmm.
And your sisters and your family, your mom especially. Thank you, sweetheart.
All right now. Go
Oh
about your
my
business.
gosh, she's so fly.
Lord. Grown hips and cheek, even ass is coming out of nowhere. I'm just like, goddamn. Goddamn.
Lord help us.
But at the same time, it's like, who fault is that? Is that the fuck? It is what it is. But you know, when you know this shit, you just like, oh damn. I see that too. Okay. All right. Never mind.
You know, speaking of ass, I was laughing with my homeboy because, long story short, the gentleman who's mixing and mastering our song, I would love to get him on here because he's a rapper too. So he got a song called Fat Ass, right? Where he's talking
Oh.
about this girl's fat ass, and he's telling me like, oh, if you know anybody, you know, with a big old ass and blah blah blah, you know, for the video. And I was just like laughing, like, damn, like God knew not to give me a big old ass. He was not trying to have me perfect now, running around over here like a Samoan Jesus Christ, you know. So I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That was some wrong analogy. But I'm just saying, like, come on. You know, it's like he can't give me everything.
Lord knows.
I already got this good coochie I'm sitting on. Shit. I barely know what to do with this.
I mean, hey, just saying. Yeah, you can't have everything. That's why the girls go get the BBLs, because if you got big titties, you got no ass. If you got ass, you don't got big titties. It's, you know what I'm saying? God said, nah, you can only have one. But these bitches is going to the doctor and getting it all. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
make sure it's a BBL and not a BB smell, because sometimes that shit, that, what is it, necrotitis or something, that where
I don't know.
the flesh.
There's whole videos. There's
Girl.
videos, plural, that them girls get the BBLs and their pum pum all of a sudden it can't stop stinking. I can't. No.
Yeah,
We
no.
can't. No.
I'm already trying to stay
I will
pH
keep
balanced down there. You know what I mean? I'm
what?
gonna take my flat ass and rock
I
with it
will
till the
keep
wheels come
I
off.
will keep my awning if because under the awning is clean pum pum. Excuse clean
You
pum
know,
pum.
you
Clean
know,
pum
girls with
pum.
flat ass got good poom poom, right? Right, viewers?
Shit. Hello. But yes. Season 9 Prime Cloud Time. We are ending the episode on this motherfucking happy ass notes. And yes, best believe the best entertainment on YouTube is Motherhood
Right
Sex
here,
Marijuana, the podcast.
baby.
Okay, so Motherhood
The
Sex
sex
Marijuana in
marijuana,
the
the
motherfucking
motherfucking
building.
building.
Yes,
Love you,
Queen.
queen.
Love you too. See you. Shit, because our next episode is with Kayla. So, yes, Kayla,
Yeah.
you next.
Come on, Kayla.
All
Hi,
right,
queen.
girl. All right, girl. Love you, Queen.
Love you. Good night.
Good night. All right. End the meeting.